Good day, I'm Cody Ann Barrett and welcome to Frontline Business. Nearly half of businesses polled in the latest quarterly survey of business confidence that was released by the Jamaica Chamber of Commerce on Tuesday believe they are being unfairly taxed. More in this report.
Managing Director of Market Research Services Don Anderson, who conducted the survey on Tuesday, described the latest survey of business and consumer confidence as a reality check, following a 6.1 index points dip in business confidence. Speaking at the Jamaica Chamber of Commerce first quarter of 2018 business and consumer confidence indices, Dr. Anderson reasoned that the dip in confidence was too small to be considered an established change in business sentiment and instead should be more appropriately be considered a normalizing of confidence on the heels of spike periods in 2017. He says when taxes levied on businesses in Jamaica were compared to those in other Caribbean markets, the majority of firms were of the opinion that taxes in Jamaica were unfair.
Quite understandably, 47%, whether they believe it or not, are really serious about this particular response. We will never really know unless we continue to do some qualitative work to really pull that apart. But 47% of the businesses that we interviewed felt that taxes that are imposed on them are unfair. And 38%, well, yeah, we believe it's fair. So it's something we're going to continue to watch. It's something that we introduced for the first time just to dig a little bit more into the minds of the businesses. And 23% really didn't know and perhaps didn't really care.
The survey also sought to find out whether businesses expected taxes to remain unchanged.
We wanted to know whether people felt that there were likely to be, further taxes imposed. 53% of businesses either wished or hoped or expected, we're not quite sure, but that there would be no change in the taxes that are imposed on them over the next year.
CEOs and senior officers of 100 Jamaican firms island-wide participated in the survey related to current conditions and future expectations of the economy. Kimberly Wright, Frontline Business.
Canadian brokerage firm Mandeville Private Client Inc., funded by Michael Lee Chin, has developed trade execution and custody infrastructure. This will support the purchase of securities listed on the Jamaica Stock Exchange (JSE) by investors living in Canada. In an effort to increase investment from the diaspora, they have partnered with Fidelity Clearing Canada. This initiative will provide Mandeville's advisors and clients with access to JSE-listed investments through NCB Capital Markets Limited. According to the company, clients are able to purchase investments in registered as well as non-registered accounts. Investments on the JSE are typically not available for direct purchase by Canadian investors. However, Senior Vice President and Chief Operating Officer of Mandeville, Frank Laferrie, noted that the initiative is part of client or advisor experience roadmap that Mandeville is pursuing. In a release from the company, he said they are pleased that their clients will now have access to the JSE as it provides a broader range of quality investment opportunities with high growth potential. Cable and Wireless Jamaica is expected to exit the stock market Wednesday after nearly 30 years. News came last week that it had applied for its shares to be delisted from the Jamaica Stock Exchange. The delisting follows last month's transaction in which CWC Cala Holdings, the majority shareholder of Cable and Wireless, increased its stake in the telecom company to almost 92%. Cable and Wireless says it intends to acquire the remaining shares after delisting and convert to a private entity. In Wednesday's trading session, the JSE Combined Index advanced by 1,722 points to close at 303,851. Overall market activity resulted from trading in 48 stocks, of which 25 advanced, 19 declined, and 4 traded firm. The Junior Market Index advanced by 2 points to close at 2,937. Among the winners were 1834 Investments, Barita Investments, Berger Paints, CAC 2000, and Carreras Limited. Stocks declined for Caribbean producer Siboney Group, Express Catering, Grace Kennedy, and Honeybun. Stocks traded firm for Blue Power Group, Cable and Wireless, Caribbean Cement, and Consolidated Bakeries. Cable and Wireless was the volume leader with over 16 million units, followed by Siboney Group with over 3 million units and Wisynco Group Limited with over 1 million units. On the foreign exchange market, the American currency is being sold for an average $125. $98.22 is the going rate for the Canadian dollar, while it's costing $175.40 for the pound sterling and $156.98 for the euro. News in oil. Oil hit its highest in more than 3 years on Wednesday after Saudi Arabia said it intercepted missiles and international tensions about Syria grew. Both U.S. crude and global benchmark Brent traded at the highest levels since 2014 as concerns about airstrikes drove the market higher. Brent rose $1.59 on the day to $72.63 a barrel, while U.S. crude futures rose $1.62 to $67.13 a barrel, a 2.5% gain. And that's it for Frontline Business. I'm Cody Ann Barrett. Regional stories are next after the break.